exit ticket for February 9th. And so if you're behind in that, this will help you out a little bit. I'm going to give you some guidance. I'm not going to necessarily give you all the goods. I'm not going to give everything away. All right, but I do want to take your attention to this. This is a positive slope. That's a negative slope. That's why I have the positive sign here. That's the negative sign. This is a undefined or a vertical. Remember when we talk about a basketball player with a good vertical, they're going straight up and down? Right. That's undefined or a vertical slope. Or it's a vertical line or undefined slope. And this is our zero slope or our horizontal line. Now, this is a little cheat sheet that I normally draw when I'm going to answer questions, just to make sure that I'm drawing it or answering correctly. All right. So I'm using Cami. So these are our Cami tools. All right. These are our Cami tools. Let's go with our drawing tool. Okay. All right. So number one says sketch a line. So I'm going to make one of these lines, right? Either positive, negative, undefined, or zero. That has a positive slope. So it's going to look like this. So all I have to do is draw a line that looks like this to answer number one. Do this. Now, it's not perfect, but that's a positive slope. That's a positive slope. All right. So let me erase that. I might want to make it look a little better. You can go to shapes and maybe get this insert line tool. See how I'm doing that? That'll make it look, yeah, that's very attractive. Yeah, very attractive. Good, good. So you can do that. You can do that on your paper. Okay. And an undefined slope. Ooh, undefined slope. So going back to my shapes and drawing another line with an undefined slope. So this is undefined. Now this would be horizontal. This would be negative. This would be positive. So what am I left with? Undefined. It'll look somewhat like that. Yeah, it would look somewhat like that. So, and that would give you 3 points. That would literally give you 3 points. Okay. Let me erase that because I don't want you to turn in my work. So we just did number one and number two, and there are only four problems. Five problems? Five problems. Okay. Uh, what is the slope and y-intercept of the line? Well, look, we see that it's a negative slope, right? It's going down. It's going down like the D. It's going down. So we know that the slope is going to have a negative piece to it. It's going to have a negative number in front of it. All right. So let me go ahead and put some points on the board. You know, here's a point, and you can see here that this line, which is a X line, and this line, which is a Y line. Now, don't get it confused. Don't get it twisted. This is the Y axis. This is the X axis. But these are X lines, and these up and down lines are Y lines. So here's a point where it perfectly, okay, I must have the wrong tool. All right, if you get the wrong tool, you can do what I just did. And let's go with a circle shape. Yeah, we'll go with circle shape. And so here's one point, okay? And here's another point where it perfectly hits. Oh, it perfectly hits right here. And oh, perfectly hits right here. Now you can do 2 points, but I like to do 3 points. It'll make sure that I got it right. And then what I need to do is count from this point to this point. Now it's a negative slope, so the first number on my fraction is going to be a negative number. So from this, let me see if I can get a better color. All right, go down one, two, and I go over one. I went down two, so that's going to be negative two, and went over one. So the fraction is going to be negative two over 1. And that's what I'm going to put here for slope. That's how you did that. All right. All right. So the slope here is going to be -2 over 1. And where is the y-intercept? This is the y-intercept. This is where this line crosses the y-axis, and it crosses at -2. And so I'm going to put it in ordered format. So that'll be parentheses, open parentheses, 0, comma. And where does it cross the y-axis? At -2 in parentheses. Now that might look a little funky, so I'm going to move it so you can see it. Now it says 0, comma, -2. If I were writing it, then I would write 0, -2. That's the y-intercept. So now you know what to do for this one, and you can do the same thing for this one. You can do the same thing for this one. I'm using Cami, which allows you to have all these tools right here, okay? And this one says 3.34. Oh, this gives me 3 coordinates. Here's the first coordinate, here's the second coordinate, here's the third coordinate. So these are points that I need to put on the graph. It says 3, 4. So I started my point of origin here in the middle, and I'm going to go, let's say 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So my first point is going to be right here. That's my first point. Let me erase some of this other stuff so it doesn't look messy. I'm just going to erase that. And I'll keep the point there, okay? And the next point says 3, -2. 3, -2. So I'm going to my point of origin. I go down. I go to 3 again. 1, 2, 3. And it says now -2. So I go down to 1, 2. So my new point is going to be right here. Okay. And then this last one says 3, 5. Right. So I go from my point of origin. 1, 2, 3. And then it says go up 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's going to be right here. Okay, good. Okay, so now I have my 3 points. And look, what kind of slope do I have? Well, here are the 3 points. Let me go ahead and draw a line for my 3 points. Where's the shapes tool? Shapes. Okay, I'm going to use this to draw a line. And it's going right through all of them, right? So what kind of line is this? What kind of slope is this? There's your answer. And what's the y-intercept? Does it cross the y-axis at all? Does it cross the y-axis at all? Does it cross this axis anywhere? No. So your answer for y-intercept is none. Okay, so I didn't give all the goods away. I gave you a lot of them. Hopefully you learned a little something with that. That shows you how to solve the exit ticket for February 8th and February 9th. So if you missed that, now you have something to go back on so you can fix it. So go ahead and fix it.